Exactly how a Bronze Age society managed to haul and fit together 2.5 million stone blocks is one of the world's greatest enigmas. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the tomb of a god king named Khufu. He commissioned it over 4,500 years ago as a giant fortress to keep his corpse safe for eternity. But now new evidence is revealing that Khufu may only have managed this with a fleet of specially built boats and highly trained sailors.
Since the very day of the discovery, it was quite evident that we had the oldest papyrus ever found in the world.
It reveals in great detail how sailors worked on the pyramid's construction. The author was a man called Merah. Mohammed Abdel Meguid and his team aimed to learn more of Merah's journey by recreating every step of it. Mohammed's plan is to build a wooden cargo boat using Merah's ancient techniques and cut a casing stone from the same quarry that he used. He'll then attempt to sail the stone block across the Nile before dragging it to the foot of the pyramid. The ancient Egyptians probably dragged rocks onto their boats over wooden ramps from jetties.
Merah would be worried of the loading of the boat itself. But he would have skilled men who will calculate where to put the stones and how to do it.
It's clear how skillful the ancient Egyptians must have been to transport 70 tons of stone at a time. Recent excavations prove that the blocks weren't simply dragged across the sand by sheer force. The Egyptians used a clever system of rails and possibly rollers as well. Once they get going, it's surprising just how much speed they can reach with such a heavy stone. The Egyptians had an innate understanding of force, acceleration, and momentum. When the blocks arrived at the pyramid face, they had to be perfectly shaped to fit the sloping sides of the tomb. Ancient engineers figured out that they only needed to take 2 measurements: a horizontal distance of 11 units and a vertical distance of 14 units. Joining them gives the pyramid its perfect slope. When the monument was finished, it looked very different to today. Its 68,000 casing stones were fitted so tightly together, the seams were barely visible. But Khufu's huge construction project achieved far more than just his tomb. It brought life-changing innovations. A massive network of waterways and an artificial port revolutionized Egypt's transport system. And a sophisticated new city enabled a workforce to be organized and cared for on a whole new scale.